So this is my attempt to solve the problem of having my LED lights installed on a 1986 Honda Rebel 250, so CMX2 250. I'm going to quickly show you the actual turn signals and sort of the general problem. I'm also about halfway through of tearing it apart, so that could be interesting as well, as it'll show the work in progress and kind of what we have here is some Kiriakin aftermarket. It's like a Harley-Davidson brand tail light and turn signal combo. These are also running lights. They're wired in directly to the LED flasher relay. That's the orange thing there that I bought on eBay. Coming around to the front of the bike, we have the same Kiriakin signal lamps, only these are yellow or amber only, and they're not running lights as well, so just amber turn signals. So actually I can show you what's happening here. When you turn the ignition on, right, you get nothing exciting, headlight works. So let's see, this is the grounded out. So when you turn the flasher on, you get one light working, but the other one doesn't. That's the right way. When you reverse it, you do that, you get both lights flashing. Now the reason that is because the LED indicator, which is here, is wired through the positive of both of the flashers. And what that causes, of course, is for the lights to blink, all four of them to blink around the bike. And in this case, kind of like that. Great for hazard lights, but not terribly useful for signal indicating. If you switch it to the other side, then that's correctly done with just the left side. And what I've done is inserted a diode into the equation, which I'll show you in a second, and that keeps the lights working correctly. Here, let's see, here is my one-way diode inserted and kind of like softly wired into the, I'm calling this the input for now. And then what I have is the blue one, which used to be the, let's say, the right turn signal. The blue one then grounds out. So I'll have to find a ground for this to get it to work, but that's basically it. So I'm going to insert the other diode in and give it a test run. I have now inserted the diodes into the equation. So what we have is the right turn signal is here, the left turn signal is there, or vice versa, it doesn't actually matter. The one-way diodes are put in place with the white facing the direction that we want the current to go, and so it opposes. And both of those feed into the orange line of the actual signal relay, which I'll show you shortly. And then I'm just gonna ground this out here, right? I'll go around and do that. So it's grounded. So now, if you turn the bike on, no lights are on, but you see the headlight, which is good. I put on the right turn signal, I get a flasher, I get a relay flasher there, and we have one at the rear. If I cancel that and go to the right signal, get a right signal, we have a light flash, we have no less signals, and we have that. So that's a functioning circuit. So I'm just going to shrink wrap, heat wrap all that up and figure out where the ground goes and put it all back together. Okay, so here is the explanation of the circuit. What happens is the turn signal control is basically the hot, and it sends a signal out to each the front and the rear signals on the motorcycle. It also sends a jump out into what, for this side of the equation, is considered to be the positive end of the bulb, right? And then the other lead, which would normally be grounded, actually grounds out through the other circuit. The other circuit sort of has enough grounding that it will work for the purpose of the bulb, but there's enough resistance in the two bulbs that these won't flash, so only these flash. And then when you flip the circuit, you flip the positive to this side, then that's then reversed. So what we have done is we've inserted a one-way diode into the input of each. We've bridged them together on, on one side of that bulb, right? For the purposes of my installation, it was the blue line. And then the orange line, I kind of ground it out to the bike. There's another spot in the equation, and that allows me to do it. So my dad drew me this fantastic diagram after looking at the circuit, the electronic stuff that we found online. We found a circuit diagram for the 86 Rebel, and that sort of explained it. And actually, this is very common. I found a few other resources that gave almost an exact drawing of how this works. So the one-way diode actually has a colored end, and you insert that, and you want the line of current to go this way, and then it blocks this way. So that's what we've done. I now have the bike all back together, and the circuits and the patch panel all set up. So I'll turn this on. As you can see, the headlight works, and my running lights work as can be expected. We'll turn the left turn signal on, so I have a left turn signal that blinks. I have a indicator light to tell me that it's blinking, and I have now the front left indicator, and I switch it. Now I have the front right indicator. I have the flasher relay blinking, so now my signal's on, and that's going. And of course, all the while we have brake lights that work. Not the most visual, but it does the job. And then we go from here. So that's the end of the story. Project's completed. I'm very excited about that. You want to hear the bike? Yeah, you do. Let's do that.